This is exclusive updates. And so David, the R&B singer, has finally been arrested for what happened to Celeste, his alleged girlfriend. And so she was pretty young, and she was found in the trunk of his car. And it looked like it took about a year for them to finally arrest him. I made videos before about why it was taking so long, but now we have actual information. It looks like I was spot on when it came to my analysis of why it was taking so long, but we're going to get into all that right now. Check this out.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information, and we'll continue to follow this story.
So it sounds like he was taken in on probable cause, and official charges are coming Monday. And so they found Celeste dismembered in his trunk, and they had a very difficult time determining the cause of her unaliving. You see, the autopsy people just couldn't figure it out because she was so decomposed. It looks like she was in that trunk for a while, and they weren't sure exactly what had happened to her. But now they're pretty confident they have enough evidence to move forward with an arrest. So they had a very difficult time. It looks like he almost got away with it. I mean, for them to take that long to determine what happened to her, that's exactly what I was saying, was they can't just arrest them and then lose the case because it's too much of a public case. So they didn't want to arrest him and then he beats the charges. So they took a friend of his in and some other close people to him, and they've been interviewing them, and they got some testimony, it sounds like, to now where they feel like they can actually convict him of unaliving Celeste.
That now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
All right. And so a lot of people wondering, you know, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, you know, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
All right. And
so, yeah, they believe they have enough evidence to prove he unalived her. And that comes from the testimony because, I mean, with the autopsy reports, it just doesn't sound like they had enough determination of what actually happened to her. And they know somebody put her in pieces in the trunk. So they knew something like that had happened, but that's not the most serious charge, especially in California. I've told you before, a charge like that in California is only a misdemeanor, it sounds like. And so if you transport an unalive person and dismember them, I was surprised to find out it seems like that's not a felony down there. That's a misdemeanor from what it sounds like. So they really didn't want to end up having a case like that where, you know, he gets off on something super light like that. So now they believe they can prove what happened to her. I think it sounds like the people that were close to David, they spilled the beans. They were probably afraid and being threatened with long jail time, you know, long sentences. And they probably came clean and explained what happened to Celeste, probably explained everything that happened to her. And looks like David now is going to be going down for this. I'm pretty sure he'll get convicted. So this is going to be an interesting case. I mean, David was signed to Interscope from what I believe. So he was a major label artist. And I don't think too many people heard of him though until this happened. But his content was very disturbing, and it looked like a lot of the videos he made was about Celeste, what happened to his girlfriend. And it was very disturbing, his videos, you know, because it was showing what looked to be ritualistic situations, and it just seemed like he was bragging about what he did to her. So I don't know if he was trying to do this to save his future, because he probably thought he was in trouble if it gets out that she was of that age, which was younger than 18. So, you know, he probably, maybe there's a chance he was afraid that that would get out, and he wanted to, you know, silence her before that could happen. Who knows what he was up to. I had another speculation. He could have been, you know, into some very disturbing rituals, and that's kind of what it looked like from his videos. Or it could have been a combination of things like that. So either way, this dude looked very disturbing. I mean, kind of like reminded me of Marilyn Manson or something, you know, like with his depictions of rituals and just talking about the things he was talking about. And this dude was just very disturbing. So looks like they got enough evidence to put him away for a long time now, and I don't think he'll get out. I mean, there's a chance, depending on his lawyers. You never know. I mean, when it comes down to it, this case is looking like it's going to depend on the testimony of his close friends. So, you know, that should be enough evidence, you would think. But we'll have to see. I'll keep you guys updated as more information becomes available. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and everything like that. I'm going to leave links in the comment section if you want to follow me on social media and things like that. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Exclusive Updates, signing off. Check out the Path to Success. Link is in the comment section and description box if you want to learn ways to be successful at anything you might be working on.